Do you feel that marketplace competition in schools will improve education?
Anytime competition is introduced, I think it could make an improvement. I was thinking about that because the other day I firmly believed it was class size, class size, class size. And somebody said, well, when I went to school, it was 35 children. And somebody else said, well, when I went to school, it was 42 children in my class. And I thought back, yeah, it was my class. So I don't believe anymore it's class size. I believe now it's the curriculum. The curriculum is absolutely wrong. So yes, if we open up some competition that has a better curriculum, yes, I am absolutely all for that.
Please provide an example of how you would place your constituents' interests before your party's.
It's all about policies, and I don't believe it's a D or an R, so I don't think that it has to be, oh, my party or this. I will look at what's before me and decide how it can best serve the people in my area. The other thing too, though, is it's like, I'm here to represent the 35th district, but I can't actually exclude everybody else because we're supposed to be a state. So of course I would be prone to looking after the interests of my own district. If I had to choose one, of course it would be mine. So I am a Republican and I support my Republican Party, but I'm not going to be told what to do by the Republican Party. So I will read what's before me and make my decision off of what needs to happen.
How do you feel about the state of Arizona taking responsibility for the illegal immigration issue?
I think it's a good thing. Do I need to elaborate? And it's not racist. I was actually asked that at the Farm Bureau.
You must have read the bill.
I'm sorry.
You must have read it.
Well, I actually didn't read all the 17 pages. I read what was presented to Jan Brewer from the legislature. I read what she was presented with, and yes, so I did read all of that. But I actually contacted the gentleman who sponsored the bill and somebody else. I contacted their office and said, thank you for what you've done. I contacted Jan Brewer's office and she wasn't available for comment. But yes, it is a very good thing. If the federal government can't do its job, then the states have to do it. And honestly, I think it should be the states' rights in the first place to take care of their citizens. And I don't think we should have to rely on the federal government.
What specifically are you going to do to try to win this election?
I am trying to get out there so that people see who I am. I don't believe it's all about the money. I believe it's about personal contact, and I'm going to pick up some signs today, so I'm excited. So I'm going to try really hard to, when I'm invited to a forum, I will attend, and I will go to farmers markets, and I will go to where the people are to meet as many people as I can.
Oh, this is the big question. Is there anything else you would like to add, or do you have any questions of us?
Oh no, I have nothing to add, thank you. Yes, I know it's a friendly group. Am I a wee bit nervous? Yes, of course. I guess usually I have a piece of, or a pad of paper, and I usually ask, what is it that you want from me? So I guess I should ask, I apologize for not having a notepad, but what do you want from your legislator?
One thing, yeah, I do have something to say, or ask. A person that's running for the opposite position, you know, they, what is it, position 2 you're going to go for, and yeah, she's from incumbent from position 1. And one of the things that was pointed out was the caucus setup, and a lot of the archaic stuff that's set up in the way that bills are presented and how they are mandated and all this sort of stuff to make the laws for Washington State, that not everybody's just dumped into a big room. Let's discuss this thing and let's find out who has interest, you know, void of political party. But let's work on getting the issues here. Well, there's the D's and the R's, you know. And some of the things that she was bringing up that frustrated me was, okay, if this is the regulations and the rules that govern how you guys do your business, maybe that's where you need to look to start making changes. Let's simplify the process. Let's get it down to what's good for the population, you know, the representative peoples that you guys are representing. And let's simplify it and get rid of all this nonsense that, you know, keeps everything divided. So.
Well, and I honestly believe that we should focus on one item at a time. It will be privatizing the liquor. That's it. There's no riders, there's no special interest attached. We are just focusing on one thing. So not everybody has to take all the time to read it and figure out what's in there. It's one page. If we could somehow get to that point as well, where we're really just focusing on one item at a time, then there isn't any kind of gray area and
Stuff slipping under the cracks.
Well, you said something, and I don't know if you're aware of, but they don't read the bills.
yeah. I said that.
You mentioned the word read, and that was like, you know, that might be a place to start.
Right.
And ghost
requiring that they can
Ghost
read.
bills.
You are a certificated educator.
Yes.
Ghost bills, like he said. That was another
Bills,
thing.
titles only, and then we're gonna fill in stuff after we pass it. That doesn't sound kosher.
No.
Well, you
It
hear
sounds
Nancy,
illegal.
you hear
Really?
Nancy Pelosi saying, well, we have to pass the bill before.
So we can find out what's in it, yes.
Yeah, what's it?
They did that on the financial regulation bill again. Same thing. We'll know what's in it after we pass it.
And actually, there's a couple of points that I'd like to say that I just recently was aware of. In 2013, if you're selling property, you get a 3.8% tax right off the top. Even if you're selling your house to buy another one the same day, that's part of the healthcare bill. And the other thing, I attended the Washington Policy Center's healthcare forum about a month ago. And the lady her name is Renee Radcliffe, and she's the Northwest, huge title, for the United States Chamber of Commerce. She said there is not a single business in America that qualifies for that small business tax savings according to the healthcare.
Really?
She said, if anybody in this room knows anybody who actually qualifies, please let me know, because I've traveled up and back across our nation and cannot find a single company that qualifies for that tax credit.
Wow.
No.
It sounds about right.
Makes sense to me.
It does.
Well, you take the nerves off because you present yourself extremely well,
Thank you.
and you
I'm
know
so
your
nervous.
issues. What?
Still on.
Oh.
Where could I find